So today's video is about flying cars. You know that, you saw the thumbnail, but before we get into that, I wanted to answer a quick question, which is, why do I do these field pieces at all? Yes, why? Well, you see, the studio pieces perform very well. The interviews I do perform very well. But those are the dessert. We still need our meat and potatoes. We still need our vegetables. We can't just have dessert. When I go out to places like CES and Fully Charged and the California Takeover and the Muskegon event in Michigan, all of these things are where I learn things. They're where I meet people. They're where I get these great insights. And when I get those great insights, I'd be crazy not to share them with you. So not everyone will watch these, and that's okay. They don't have to. But I'm still going to make them. I'm still going to go to these places. I'm still going to meet these people and do the original reporting. If everyone is just repeating what someone else says, where do we get it? Where does it start? It all starts from rumor and conjecture. And if there's one thing my media bias tracker has shown is that when you get a company like BYD where all the information comes from the top and just filters down, well, what you end up with is a very controlled narrative that's very biased in a positive way, but very little original reporting. There are no BYD guys doing the kinds of things that I do, that the limiting factor does, that Kyle from Out of Spec does. We are doing the original reporting. We're getting out there. So I want you to watch these. I want you to learn from them. I want you to enjoy them. But at the very least, please understand that I'm going to keep doing them because these are where the insights come from. These are how we learn all the important things. So with that said, let's have a little chat, shall we, about flying cars, and maybe I'll come back at the end to say a quick message as well. These shows have a lot of fun things to see. Some of them are a little more practical than others, and some of them are what you might call a flying car. Oh yeah, look at that. Xiaopeng with their flying car. But what's the point? Why don't we discuss that? I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. So when you see a flying car, you think, this is insane. And it is. It is insane. Why would you even do it? Why would your company even allow you to put in that kind of money to that kind of project when clearly it is never going to be released? And I mean never. This is a death machine. And do you really need all this extra weight? And it's probably not a very good flying apparatus. And it's definitely not going to be a very good car. So what you got is a moonshot. And what you get from moonshots is technological breakthroughs. So if you ask the question, what would you need to get to make something like this actually work? The answer is an incredibly light body with incredibly powerful batteries. And if you can get those things, everything else you're doing is going to come right along. So this carbon fiber looks pretty standard. It is just normal carbon fiber. It's probably 70% resin by weight. It is, the carbon itself goes ahead and acts as like the rebar in the concrete, if you will. But maybe they can develop some carbon fiber that's cheaper to make, easier to make, stronger, lighter, any of that. All of those would be innovations that you could carry forward into the automotive space. And the batteries, you're going to need an outrageous battery energy density to make something like this work. If you can get even halfway there, what you end up with is, for the automotive side, something that's going to be a lot more cost effective. Maybe you can get a battery for your car that's going to be half as heavy, twice as good. And of course, the styling guys get a chance to really shine with their aspects as well. So what are the lessons you can learn from this? Everything. They're working on, obviously it'd be fly-by-wire, so steer-by-wire. Everything has to be light, it has to be efficient, it has to work, and that's what you're getting. So why do they do moonshots? Well, it's the same reason they do race cars. All that racing tech eventually, if it's any good, makes its way back into production models. You're going to end up with something that's safer and lighter and cheaper and better. And while it may seem like a waste of money up front, that's not necessarily always the case. So Xiaopeng out here with their flying car, the car of the future today. And by the future, I mean never. And by today, I mean not today or tomorrow or ever. But it's really cool to look at. And these are the kind of things that attract quite a crowd at a show like this. So we're just glad they bring it. With that said, I guess I would ask, what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? What should I be covering here? Because I'm covering tires, I'm covering systems, I'm covering all kinds of fun stuff. But mostly, what I'm covering is anything I can that I think you guys will want to watch. There we go. The Xiaopeng, definitely not a Cybertruck. Kind of reminds me of one though, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got a big, well-illuminated charge port. Modular flying car. It'll never happen that the tech that they develop to make it get close will hopefully translate into something that the market can actually use. So what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it all in the comments below. And my friends, I beg you to stay tuned, stay juicy, and I will hope to see you clever robots on the flippity flop. So that wasn't so bad. Thanks for hanging out with me. I did want to say a huge thanks to newest and returning patrons, Crunch to Grace Hopper, David, Aaron, and Corey. You guys are the reason I'm able to take trips like this to go places like CES. And as a little bit of insight, I have found a battery wizard. Someone who actually works in the industry at, I don't know if I should say where, but he is a doctor, and he has agreed to do interviews coming up. He takes patents that have been filed, research that has been completed, and finds real-world applications for it, and he's going to be on the show. I did get a chance to interview him, but not on camera, not yet. That's coming up. That's very exciting. And also coming up is my visit to the Green Hills software booth. Dan O'Clown in the house, juggling. He wasn't in the booth, though, but it was still a fun visit, and I went ahead and turned my name tag around just in case. So what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? All that good stuff. Stay tuned and juicy. You know what you're doing. Smacky, likey, leavey, comment. And I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the next one.